Hey guys, Justice Curry with you today. I have an amazing episode, G.I. Joe related, the rarest of the rare. Now you know I'm a completist, I have a full run of US. So once you get a full run of mint on card and loose figures, the natural progression is to go into foreign figures. Now a little bit of my foreign figures, I have them sprinkled around, some from the UK and Argentina and Brazil and India, some really neat things. But about 2 years ago, I saw someone post a picture of a file card. Now at first I'm scratching my head going, there's something wrong with this file card. This is different. What I noticed was there was no weapons in the G.I. Joe and Cobra's hands on the file card. As you can see, these are military. They never kill anybody, but they all have weapons, guns, knives, whatnot in their hands. So when I saw a file card with no weapons, I'm going, is this a custom? No. I learned they are called Nordic file cards. I'm going to show you. I brought an expert. Well, he says he's not an expert, but he's as close as I can get because he's actually from the Nordic countries. With me in studio is my good friend Emil. How you doing, Emil?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I am doing A-okay. Thank you for, I know we have a huge time zone difference, so we've tried to set up this video many times in the past, but it just didn't work because you're falling asleep, I'm getting up, but we found a perfect opportunity. My kids are in bed sleeping, so I wanted to talk with you. Thanks again for being here.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Now, I met Emil a while ago when he posted on one of the G.I. Joe forums. If you're not on Facebook, get involved. There's like umpteen billion G.I. Joe groups and Heman groups and what have you there, and that's how we can network, make friends, and that's how I met Emil. And I'm butchering your name. I know it's E-M-I-L. How do you pronounce it in Sweden?
Yeah, in Sweden we would say Emil.
Emil. Okay, it sounds like Emil. Emil. I like Emil. All right, but so he posted these file cards in a group. And instantly, I went, oh my goodness. Like, here's Monkey Wrench. Monkey Wrench doesn't have his weapon. And he said, I'm looking to sell or trade. So you probably had a few people reach out to you, I imagine.
Yeah, right away.
Yes,
yeah.
Right away. Me being one of them. So I begged and pleaded, and we had a tough negotiation, but we were able to secure a trade. So I sent you a big load of G.I. Joes and I think some He-Man figures as well, right?
Yes. Heman and Joes.
And this, I want to hear the story from you because I have a habit of over-talking and people are like, shut up, Justice, let your guests talk. But these are your original file cards from your childhood. Can you tell me a little bit about your childhood, what you were collecting, why you saved these?
Well, why I saved them because I always loved art, and I mean the artwork on these cards are amazing.
Yeah.
Always loved the characters and always liked the backstories.
Right. Yes.
And I mean, especially Road Pig. He's my favorite, and then that is actually the only card I saved after. I saved that one because he's my absolute favorite.
You should get it framed. Put it up on your desk. Little Road Pig memorabilia.
Actually, my original Road Pig figure is gone.
What?
So I need to get it. Yes, I got all his equipment, but no Road Pig.
Well, lucky you know a guy. Unfortunately, shipping's like $80,000, but that's all right. I'll hook you up.
That's amazing.
And you mentioned you like art, and you're a pretty accomplished artist. I'm going to give you a plug right now because this guy, he's going to be modest. He's going to go, oh, no. This dude is the man when it comes to art. And I'm going to show the people on my computer, my TV screen, some of your art right now. He-Man inspired. You got Trap Jaw and Skeletor and Merman, Beastman. So do you do art for a living?
I don't, but actually, I'm planning to.
Really?
I mean, that is what I really love doing, and it's time to start chasing those dreams. So
absolutely.
I'm starting. As of now, I mean, there has been a big hole, or what should I say? Many years with life has gone in doing different directions.
Yep.
But now, once I started the collecting, I also the art again.
Yep.
So now each piece I sell, the money I take to my toys. Until I go professional, I take the money from them so then I can buy some toys.
Now you're friends with MOTU Joe, as well as I am, and a little birdie told me, because MOTU Joe has a company called Retro Rags Limited. I'll put a link right there in my description. I'll put it on the screen right now. But he sells pop culture 80s nostalgia type shirts, and he's always looking for local artists. But I heard that you're going to be featured in one of these, or some of your art's going to be featured in one of his shirts. Is that true?
That is true. Actually, today.
Today?
Yeah.
No way.
And I really said, I mean, I got the advice to talk to him. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, maybe in the future when I do some art that is good enough.
Dude, your art is phenomenal.
Well, I will contact MOTU Joe.
Yes.
And then he did, and Joe said yes.
Wow. Which piece are you featuring?
This piece is something that I've been thinking about a long time, and that is, he called it MOTU Kids Winter Ambush.
Oh, yes.
And it's a bunch of kids.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, I didn't want to go with the Heman characters as kids.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to go with, what if they're ordinary kids, but if you look at the clothes and their hairstyles and everything, then as a MOTU fan,
yes,
you recognize them.
Mm-hmm.
And I have many people who really love this piece, and they said, yeah, they're so cute, and they're not even Heman fans.
Yes.
I mean, so, but then you and me will look at these characters and see, oh yeah, that's him.
Yes, it is great. I know which piece. I'm gonna hopefully get permission. Well, I'm sure I'll get permission from you, but MOTU Joe, and he won't mind. I'll put a link in there. I'll show the picture that he's talking about. So if you want to own a shirt or hoodie or whatever they have for sale there with that art, you got to check it out. It's pretty fantastic. But most of my fans and most of the people that watch me love G.I. Joe and He-Man, as I do. But we'll go back to talking to some G.I. Joe, because I know that's what I hooked you in here with the title, Nordic G.I. Joe. Now, you're Sweden. What are the Nordic countries?
Well, the Nordic countries go for Sweden, Finland, Norway, and Denmark and Iceland as well.
Gotcha.
That's the Nordic countries.
And
Northern Europe.
And from what I understand, obviously you wouldn't have known this as a child buying these, or your parents buying them for you. They had a ban in those countries saying they're not to feature any weapons on children's packaging art. And they literally had to go in there and redo the whole figure, like the Storm Shadow version 2, and take out his bow and arrow and take out his weapons. Or they just did some keen photoshopping, like Psych Out, and took away his gun that would be here. So it's really a unique story. There's a lower production number from what I understand. Like in the US, they're making these by the millions, whereas in the Nordic countries it might have been only in the tens of thousands. So that adds to the rarity, because most of them weren't saved, and now collectors like me, they go, I need to get everything. They're trying to find them, and they're just basically don't exist until someone like Emil goes, hey, I saved these.
Yeah, and that is actually when I started the collection now. I mean, what is it, 8 months ago or something?
Mm-hmm.
I, like so many of us, I saw your channel on YouTube.
Yep.
About collecting, and it's like, it's time now. Because now this urge is there. And 5-10 years ago, I collected the special toys from Japan. But I sold those, and I really wanted the Heman ones.
Yes.
I really wanted the Joes. I really wanted them. So, okay, what do I have to trade with? Because I realized right away, okay, I need to trade here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't afford everything I want.
Of course.
So from the start, I need to buy and sell, because I need to keep this financially outside of my salary, because I can't afford it.
Yep.
So I looked in my box and I found those cards, and these I really love. So I just took a photo of them. This is day one while collecting.
Oh my gosh.
And then I put them up in a Facebook group, and right away, I want that. And private message, like, just give it to me. And like, oh, but what's so special about them?
Yep.
I didn't know that they were special in Sweden.
Right.
I always wondered why Road Pig is standing like this, though. I mean, he's supposed to, but there's nothing in his hand.
Right, right.
Well, it's a stupid pose, but it's still, I liked it.
Yes.
But then someone explained this to me, and then I figured, okay, everyone says this is so rare, and then, okay, here you have, because you have this channel.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew about you.
Yep.
So then I can just contact you to see if this is interesting.
Yep.
And I remember this. I would be honored if I could trade this with you. And then,
ooh.
But I realized, and I got the advice that people said, well, figures, they will come and go, but these will not come and go. You will regret this along the line. And being a collector of other things a long time ago, I know this.
Yeah.
When I traded it with you, I realized, okay, I know. There will come a time when I will say, why did I trade those?
Right.
I know that from the start, but still, okay, I still want these figures now. And now I can't afford them, but I want them. I wanted these figures from the start.
Of course.
And I prefer the figures and the toys.
Right, right.
So I made this decision, okay, let's do it, but I'm not going to do it too cheap.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Oh yeah, we had a tough negotiation over several weeks, and I totally get it. These are first world problems that us as collectors deal with. I've had opportunities where I'm going, oh my gosh, I want this one of a kind pre-production item, but I don't have $1,500 laying around, so I got to dive into my collection and sell, some really nice value. I have to make tough decisions, and there's some regrets that go along with it, but whatever. I mean, truly, if you needed to get these back someday, or a few back from me, you'll be able to find them with patience. Like, it took a lot of patience for me to find them. I did have a major question for you, so I'm going to show the viewers at home right now. PRIS $28 or 28.00. What do we have going on here? Is this your handwriting?
That is my handwriting from a long time ago.
How old do you think you were? So Muskrat is 1989. Did you do it right away or years later? And my cat just...
years later.
Okay.
Because that is one of the times when I was starting to grow up. Maybe I was 15 or so. 14, 15. I thought maybe I should see what I have so I can sell stuff.
Oh.
So I just took and wrote PRI. That means price.
Okay.
Swedish.
Okay.
Price. And then the Swedish crowns.
Oh.
So okay. But I really couldn't do it. I mean, first of all, where should I do it?
Right.
And then, I mean, I still like them. I remember one time when I was up in the attic with a friend. We were just gonna look for something else, and then I found these bags because I had each figure in a bag, the card and the figure.
Yep.
And I found them and just started, playing with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you remember Storm Shadow? Yeah, I remember this. And then my little sister came up. Brother, where are you? And then she just like, Mom, Emil is playing with the figures.
No.
No, I'm not. I'm just looking at them.
Yeah.
But now I can say that I play with them.
Yes, we can, and that's a major thing. What about your friends and family? Do they understand? I'm sure they don't understand. Are you in the closet? Are you loud and proud? How is your toy collecting among peers and?
Oh, loud and clear.
Oh, okay.
In the open.
Yes.
I have it in my living room.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah. My wife says, yeah, maybe you need another one over here. So I'm like, I love you. But I also, because when she doesn't say no, then we can't. I need to. So I still have,
boundaries.
Yes.
Now, there's several different languages on the back. I mean, this is so unique. I've never seen a file card full card back with 2 file cards on it. That is super cool. This one, Psych Out, only has 1, but there's 3 different languages, and I only habla English. So can you help me? I'm going to show you.
Yeah. Actually, I have it here because before I sent them, I scanned all the cards.
You did?
Yeah, for
myself. Good idea.
I want to remember my handwriting. I wanted to remember. Oh yeah, now I can always just print it for myself. I mean,
yes.
It's no financial value, but emotional value.
Oh yes.
Because I remember when I tore them off.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean. Okay, so yeah, I think we have Swedish above.
Okay,
and then Finnish in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has to be Norwegian in the bottom.
Okay. Gotcha. And I just am falling in love with this. This one was my favorite. I knew you had other people going after this one, pretty hardcore, but the artwork with Storm Shadow is out of control. Some remained kind of the same, like the Techno Viper. He didn't have an obvious weapon. He had that weird kind of hose thing sticking out, and those arm attachment, not arm attachments, but 3 different attachments. So they didn't really change his weaponry, and I don't know the mindset, because even you see his gun there. It's weird. Or tripwire, the Tiger Force tripwire. They didn't have to edit that out because it's just a radar detector, or sorry, a mine detector. But I love it, and you guys were lucky. You had Tiger Force, like Tiger Force Outback. This sucker right here, I love it. And this was only a UK exclusive, but this is an exclusive of an exclusive, because UK, England and whatnot, they had Action Force and the Tiger Force Outback, which had a really cool, cat on his chest and the white hair. One of my top figures. But the Nordic Country even went a step further and took the weapon out of Outback's hands. So you started me down a rabbit hole that I'll never escape from. Thank you, Emil.
You're welcome.
Well, what do you got planned? What time is it over there? It's 7:30 in the morning here.
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here.
It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'm awake.
Nice. Very cool. Well, I think I hear my kids crying. Well, my little one, my 3-year-old, crying upstairs. So I got to get going. I'll come back to you in a moment, and we'll go over some more artwork. So stay with me. But thank you again. It was a pleasure. I will catch up with you later.
Talk to you later.
See you,
Bye.
man. Bye. And I'm back. My kid's eating cereal. I have a few moments with you. I wanted to show you some of the different card backs. I know I, briefly showed you with Emil, but I want to give you some comparison shots. Check this out. So we have the U.S. monkey wrench right here. Familiar with that, with his weird harpoon-looking gun. And then the Nordic one. See how his hands are totally different, and they took the gun away. Now there's no rhyme or reason sometimes. I don't understand why they have to do it with some and not others. As you see, no gun. Why? I don't know. I don't have the answer for you. How they get away with it. Maybe it passes quality control, or they can get a loophole around with it having 3 barrels. Not sure. Our muskrat with his shotgun and frickin' machete. Awesome. Nordic. He's reaching something. He's got a gun. Probably not. And look how the gun's on his back right there. Just the shadow of it. I mean, how neat is it? I love it. Oh, even the difference with his boogie board right there. You can see the red stripe, and then there's no red stripe underneath it. So they took some liberties, some artistic liberties. I'm gonna save that one for last because it's one of my favorites. My buddy Robert Mays has a grading company called APG. Check it out on Facebook. He'll hook you up with a much cheaper alternative than the other grading services, and he's a good guy. But he's hooked me up. I'm not particularly a grader. I like being able to touch them. Once you encase them, hey, they're there. But fate kind of has a funny way. I sold one of them. My buddy got it graded. I regretted selling it. I bought it back from him, so I got it graded, and then I went, you know what? I'll get the other ones too, because this is the Nordic. As you can see, they changed the Night Viper dramatically, putting his hands on his hip, and this one has some sentimental value to me just because I remember my brother opening it. Here's our version. Sorry, the Night Creeper. Did I say Night Viper? Probably did. It's early. I haven't had my 8 cups of coffee yet. So, Night Creeper with his awesome 5 arrows on his bow and arrow crossbow there. Then, this one, not Nordic, but a UK version. Look how the file hanging tab is much different than ours, and even different from the Nordic versions. But this was a kind of a, what do they call them? Rocket spring-loaded. I'm having a brain fart. A rocket spring-loaded thingamajig that shoots little plastic thingamabob missiles. Yes, that's the official term for it. Weapon really shoots. It does. We didn't have Night Creeper packaged with a rocket launcher. That's the word. I think I was looking for rocket launcher. That's the proper word. I'll edit this out later. Budo, one of our favorite ninjas next to Quick Kick, our samurai-esque ninja. Wait! He's going to use his hands. Watch me with my hands. I have 2 blades, but I don't need them. I will destroy you with my Budo hands. Budo hands. Shockwave, a collector's favorite, SWAT-esque looking figure. Love what they did with it. Even the Night Force, all black, looks killer. Well, we can't have Shockwave going into a raid without guns, but we're gonna conveniently hide these guns here and take them out of view. So his Uzi, gone. And look at a little knife way back there behind his head. Not there. So yeah, it's I have no idea. I'm sure computers were in their infancy back in 1989, so they didn't really just have Photoshop, but they did it somehow with the magic. Voltar, check this out. Voltar, not one of my favorites. I didn't connect with this figure. We didn't bond when I was a child. But Voltar, I'm bonding with your new artwork. Your little golden machine gun, gone. Your Vulture's still there, good. You got your Vulture power. I'm happy for you. You'll notice the blue back there because he was Battle Force, gone. It's neat. Ages 5 and up. Oh, still 5 and up. Nothing, I mean, there's some obvious changes. Hasbro, there, file card. Totally different. Totally different. But amazing nonetheless. I've not misplaced them, but I spread them around various spots. These didn't have much of artwork changes. I will tell you though, it's way more vibrant. So I'm not sure where I have the Toxo. There's the Toxo. My Toxo Viper, dull, drab. This one, shiny. They use some filters with their Instagram from 1989 and changed the brightness, so it really pops out. Same with the Bat. The Bat is way more bright than our version of the Bat. Okay, there's ours. Still killer. I mean, you can't take away from the majesty, awesomeness of it. But this really looks neat. No differences in the figures. The figures are the same. They still were packaged with the weapons, but the card backs and, you know, what I'm most interested in, is the differences in the removal of the weapons. So I gotta find space. I wanted to make this video. I've been holding off for several months because Emil and I were trying to find time to make that little video. I'll probably end up utilizing some of my ceiling space for the cardbacks. We'll see. I want to save that one for last. Let's show you this one. So Storm Shadow. I love this camo version, the digital camo version. He's like he's hunting in a tree right now. He's hunting humans. Storm Shadow, awesome. Let's just totally redo him. It almost looks like a photograph. It's really realistic, that the artwork on this, but definitely my favorite. So they can get away with guns on some, but let's not too much hassle to take out the bow and arrow. So let's give them a little everyone was kung fu fighting stance. All right, last but not least, Outback. And look at, I did a little quick wardrobe change because I was telling you how much I love Tiger Force Outback years ago. There's a guy in one of the Facebook groups making these shirts, and I had an impulse buy, and I've worn it like twice in 2 years. Whatever. Now it's 3 times. Outback. Here he looks. Beauteous. All right, well, let's look at the Nordic Outback. Gun. Good gun. Good gun. Let's see. His gun is totally removed. His pack, little darker tints and whatnot. His watch is still there. Good. I'm glad his watch made it. And then I showed you this before, but if you're like me, you can't get enough of it. The Tiger Force Nordic Outback. The weapon is removed and placed conveniently behind his back. So differences in all 3. Gun, same pose, no gun. Let's tuck this hand down below and transition the gun onto my back. How it's secured back there, no one knows. There's several other file backs. I mean, they didn't do a complete run. I mean, not all artwork is different. So if you're going, well, I want to get a low light and see him without his gun, there were some figures I don't think they even produced. But I do know one thing. I am a collector. You watching this are a toy enthusiast. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this. And I love it. I love it so much indeed. I wanted to show you this because it's amazing. It's seldom seen. It's unique. I don't collect it because it's rare and I can put a feather in my cap and go, I have something rare. Haha, you don't. No, it's amazing. And that's how toy collecting has changed. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but you know, there's an evolution to collecting, and Emil collects differently than I collect, and every collector collects differently. You don't have to be carbon copies of one another. Some ways I'm a completionist, other ways I can calm my OCD down by not having them all. And I collect what I enjoy. There was a time in my life where I wanted it because it was rare. I wanted that recalled roadblock with the little spinning disc that was recalled. I wanted it mint on card because it was rare, and I was like, haha, look at me. And then I'm going, why do I have this? This makes no sense. I don't care about it. It's taking up precious real estate in my room. I know friends that do care about this. Time to move on. Time to let it go. Granted, I do have a loose one because I like it. It's neat. It's a conversation piece. Hey, it was recalled because it shot in someone's eye, or there's pieces that would break. But yeah, you collect how you want to collect. You do you, as I like to say. So please check out Emil's artwork. You can check his shirt that we were talking about on Retro Rags Limited. Again, I'll put a link in the description. God bless you. Take care. Love y'all. Keep on collecting. Hey guys, thanks for watching that last video. I just wanted to take a quick moment of your time to offer an amazing opportunity for my fans and friends of this channel to contribute. It's called being a Patreon. What that basically means is sending me $1 or a few bucks to help me out with the hundreds of hours that I spend driving and filming and editing these videos, also with equipment upgrades. This is literally the third GoPro I've gone through in the last year and a half. Now, as you already know, I don't have advertising in my YouTube videos like most YouTubers, so I don't make a dime off of posting these videos. Now, there's some amazing perks that come with being a Patreon. What are they, you might ask? Well, I'll tell you. Getting your name in the end credits as a contributor, having your name immortalized as helping me with this amazing journey. Getting first dibs on some of these toy hauls you might have an opportunity to see before they're offered for sale anywhere else. And getting a surprise mystery package from me. Yes, I know. Now, go to Patreon. Just check it out. Patreon.com. Here's right here. You can see it. Patreon.com. Type in my name, Justice Curry, or go to Patreon/Justice Curry. But the easiest way, quite frankly, just click on the little details or description of this YouTube video, and I'll have a link right there. Boop! Check it out. Look at it. I would love your support. Thank you so very much for all that you do, watching my videos, getting the comments, reading them. Some people reach out to me, sharing their experiences. I love it. It really means a lot. So if you feel like helping me out with a few bucks, I would greatly appreciate it. If not, no biggie, but just check it out. Just look at patreon.com, Justice Curry, hit that link. But I want you to have a wonderful day. God bless and take care.